Ferrari is one of the most iconic names in Formula One, and the 2025 season is shaping up to be a pivotal year for the Scuderia. The arrival of Lewis Hamilton alongside Charles Leclerc marks a bold move for the team, but it also raises significant questions about how Ferrari will handle two-star drivers under the same roof. With their history of internal conflicts and a relentless push for a championship, could this new lineup bring success or lead to turmoil? Let's dive deep into the latest developments and the potential challenges Ferrari faces heading into 2025. The signing of Lewis Hamilton by Ferrari is a seismic shift in the world of Formula One. After over a decade with Mercedes, where he secured 6 of his 7 world championships, Hamilton's move to Ferrari signifies a new chapter in his illustrious career. For Ferrari, this is a statement of intent. They are bringing in one of the most successful drivers in the sport's history to reignite their championship hopes. However, integrating Hamilton into the team won't be without its challenges. Ferrari's last championship came in 2007, and their struggles over the past decade have often been attributed to poor strategy, internal disorganization, and an inability to consistently produce a car capable of challenging for titles. Hamilton's arrival adds immense pressure on the team to deliver a competitive package. Charles Leclerc, the Monégasque driver who has been with Ferrari since 2019, is considered the face of Ferrari's future. Leclerc's talent is undeniable. He has shown extraordinary speed, racercraft, and determination. However, he has also expressed frustration with Ferrari's operational missteps, particularly their often questionable strategy calls. Leclerc is entering his prime years, and he will undoubtedly aim to assert himself as a team leader, even with Hamilton as his teammate. This dynamic could create tensions within the team, especially if Ferrari struggles to provide equal opportunities for both drivers or fails to establish clear team orders. Ferrari's decision to pair Hamilton and Leclerc is both exciting and risky. Historically, the Scuderia has struggled to manage strong-willed teammates. The infamous rivalry between Fernando Alonso and Felipe Massa, and even further back with Gilles Villeneuve and Didier Pironi, serve as reminders of how inter-team conflicts can derail championship campaigns. With 2 alpha drivers in the same garage, the potential for tension is high. Hamilton's experience and success will make him a natural leader, but Leclerc's loyalty to Ferrari and hunger for his first title may lead to clashes. The team's ability to manage this relationship will be crucial in determining their success. Ferrari's 2025 car, the SF25, is expected to incorporate lessons from their recent struggles while pushing the boundaries of innovation. However, reports suggest that the team is still grappling with aerodynamic inefficiencies and inconsistent tire performance. These issues have plagued Ferrari in recent years, and their resolution is critical if they are to provide Hamilton and Leclerc with a championship-caliber car. Moreover, Ferrari faces stiff competition from Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren, all of whom have made significant strides in car development. Red Bull's Adrian Newey continues to push the envelope in aerodynamics, while Mercedes has hinted at major upgrades for their W16E. Ferrari must ensure that their car not only keeps pace with their rivals, but also suits the driving styles of both Hamilton and Leclerc. One of Ferrari's most significant weaknesses in recent years has been their race strategy. High-profile blunders have cost them numerous podiums and potential wins, leaving fans and drivers alike frustrated. With Hamilton, a driver known for his strategic acumen and ability to manage races, Ferrari must step up their game. Any strategic misstep could not only cost them race victories, but also exacerbate tensions between their drivers. Ferrari's ambitions will also be shaped by the competition. Red Bull, led by Max Verstappen, remains the benchmark in Formula One, with a car that has consistently outperformed the field. McLaren, with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, has emerged as a formidable challenger, especially after their rapid development in 2024. Mercedes, under Toto Wolff's leadership, is hungry to reclaim their dominance, with George Russell and rookie Andrea Kimi Antonelli leading their charge. Ferrari will need to find a way to not only manage their internal dynamics, but also outperform these rivals. a daunting task in a grid that is more competitive than ever. As we look ahead to 2025, Ferrari finds itself at a crossroads. The team has the resources, the drivers, and the legacy to compete for championships, but they must overcome significant hurdles to do so. The arrival of Lewis Hamilton adds immense star power and experience, while Charles Leclerc remains a cornerstone of their future. However, the potential for internal conflict, coupled with ongoing car development and strategic challenges, makes their path to success anything but straightforward. Ferrari's ability to balance these factors will determine whether 2025 is remembered as the year they return to glory or another missed opportunity in their quest for a championship. As a Ferrari fan, it's hard not to feel both hopeful and anxious about the upcoming season. The combination of Hamilton and Leclerc is electrifying, and the potential for success is undeniable. But with great potential comes great risk. If Ferrari can manage their drivers effectively, deliver a competitive car, and refine their race strategies, 2025 could mark the beginning of a new era for the Scuderia. If not, it could be yet another season of frustration for one of the most storied teams in Formula One. As a passionate Tifosi, the heart of Ferrari beats strong in every race, and the 2025 season is no different. The arrival of Lewis Hamilton, alongside Charles Leclerc, has reignited hope and excitement in our beloved Scuderia. But it's not just hope. It's also a mix of anxiety and anticipation. Allow me to share my thoughts on why this move could either take us back to the glory days or leave us stuck in yet another painful chapter of missed opportunities. Let's be honest, bringing Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari is a bold move. He's not just a 7-time world champion. He's a driver who knows how to elevate a team. Hamilton has shown time and again that he can extract the maximum from any car. His strategic thinking, relentless drive, and experience in high-pressure situations are qualities Ferrari desperately needs. After so many years without a championship, we need someone who knows how to win, and Hamilton's track record speaks for itself. Pairing him with Leclerc is a statement to the world. Ferrari is serious about reclaiming its rightful place at the top of Formula One. Charles Leclerc is the beating heart of this team. He's a homegrown talent who embodies everything Ferrari stands for: passion, determination, and an unyielding desire to win. Over the past few years, Leclerc has proven his worth as one of the fastest and most talented drivers on the grid. His loyalty to Ferrari, even during the tough times, shows his commitment to the cause. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Leclerc is no longer the sole star at Ferrari. Sharing the spotlight with a driver like Hamilton could create friction. While Leclerc has every reason to feel like the leader of the team, Hamilton's arrival could challenge that dynamic. The question is whether Ferrari can manage these two strong personalities effectively. As a Tifosi, I can't help but worry about how Ferrari will handle two top-tier drivers in the same team. History has shown us how easily things can go wrong when you have two alphas fighting for dominance. Remember the infamous rivalry between Alonso and Massa, or the intense battles between Villeneuve and Pironi? Ferrari has been down this road before, and it hasn't always ended well. The key will be clear communication and strong leadership from Frederic Vasseur and the entire management team. If Ferrari can set the right expectations from the beginning and establish a fair system for both drivers, this pairing could become one of the most successful in Formula One history. Here's where my anxiety as a Tifosi really kicks in. Over the past few seasons, we've seen Ferrari struggle with car development. Whether it's aerodynamic inefficiencies, poor tire management, or outright strategic blunders, the Scuderia hasn't been able to give its drivers the tools they need to succeed. For Hamilton and Leclerc to have any chance at the championship, Ferrari must deliver a car that can compete with Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren. The SF25 must be fast, reliable, and adaptable to different circuits. There's no room for excuses this time. Ferrari has two world-class drivers, and it's up to the engineers and designers to provide them with a championship-winning machine. If there's one area where Ferrari needs a complete overhaul, it's race strategy. As a Tifosi, I've lost count of how many times we've been let down by poor decision-making on the pit wall. From tire gambles that didn't pay off to communication breakdowns with drivers, Ferrari's strategic errors have cost us valuable points and our patience. With Hamilton on board, there's an opportunity to turn this around. He's known for his ability to read races and make smart calls under pressure. If Ferrari can learn from his experience and improve their strategic approach, it could make all the difference in close battles. Ferrari isn't just fighting its own demons. It's also up against some of the toughest competition we've seen in years. Red Bull is still the benchmark, with Verstappen leading their charge. McLaren, with Norris and Piastri, has emerged as a genuine contender. And let's not forget Mercedes, who will be hungry to reclaim their dominance with George Russell at the helm. To beat these teams, Ferrari will need to operate at a level of excellence we haven't seen in over a decade. Every decision, every upgrade, and every race strategy must be executed flawlessly. There's no margin for error when you're competing against the best. 2025 is not just another season. It's a make-or-break year for Ferrari. The combination of Hamilton and Leclerc has the potential to be legendary, but it also comes with immense pressure. The entire world will be watching to see if Ferrari can rise to the occasion or crumble under the weight of expectations. As a Tifosi, I want to believe this is the year we finally break the drought. I want to see Ferrari return to its former glory, with both Hamilton and Leclerc standing on the top step of the podium. But I also know that success won't come easily. It will take a collective effort from everyone at Maranello to make this dream a reality. Ferrari is more than just a team. It's a way of life. For us Tifosi, every race is an emotional roller coaster. We celebrate the victories like they're our own, and we feel the pain of defeat just as deeply. The 2025 season represents a new chapter in Ferrari's storied history, and I'm cautiously optimistic about what lies ahead. With Hamilton and Leclerc leading the charge, Ferrari has the talent to challenge for the championship. But talent alone won't be enough. The team must address its weaknesses, deliver a competitive car, and manage its drivers effectively. If they can do that, there's no reason why we can't dream of seeing the prancing horse back on top. Forza Ferrari, let's make 2025 a season to remember. Can Red Bull's dominance be stopped in 2025? Alain Prost, a legend of the sport, thinks it's possible, and he's naming his top contender for next season. Max Verstappen may be at the top, but Prost's rivals now have the blueprint to challenge the Austrian team. Stick around to find out why he believes a McLaren driver is the one to watch out for in 2025. Alain Prost, four-time Formula One world champion, has a relevant opinion when it comes to the biggest motorsport category in the world. Recently, Prost watched Max Verstappen equal his number of titles. While the former driver made sure to praise the Red Bull star, Prost also emphasized that the end of the last season wasn't very promising for the team, and that rivals now know how to beat them. Alain Prost highlights Max Verstappen's favorite status, commenting on the end of last season. Prost praised Verstappen's consistency in staying at the top of the championship despite McLaren's improvements. It's hard to find any fault with Max Verstappen right now. I don't know what the future holds for him, but even in terms of communication, with all the rumors about Mercedes and concerns about Red Bull, I found him very solid. He's good in every aspect. He's a very tough driver, but you can't see that as a weakness. Prost also shared his thoughts on how Verstappen could win races on his own and predicted another title for the Red Bull driver in 2025. However, Prost also pointed out that other teams have learned how to challenge the Austrian team. The next year is another debate. It will be special, the last with the current car with ground effect. We've already seen a decrease in the performance gap between the teams on the grid. Max's strong point is that in certain races, he can make the difference on his own. That's a huge advantage for a team and, of course, for the championship. So, I would still consider him the favorite for next year. But now other teams know Red Bull can be beaten, concluded the former teammate of Ayrton Senna. Is Max Verstappen the favorite for F1 2025? According to the Betano betting house, Max Verstappen is not the favorite for the 2025 Formula One title. The four-time world champion begins the season ranked second on this list. The big favorite for the title is McLaren's Lando Norris. The British driver had a remarkable growth last season, just like the performance of the Papaya team. The top 5 favorites also includes Charles Leclerc 3rd, Lewis Hamilton 4th, and Oscar Piastri 5th. For curiosity's sake, Gabriel Bortolito is tied with other drivers in the final spot for favorites. As the 2025 Formula One season approaches, Red Bull Racing faces a series of challenges that could impede their dominance. Despite securing the 2024 Drivers' Championship with Max Verstappen, the team has encountered significant performance issues with their RB20 car, leading to concerns about their competitiveness in the upcoming season. Technical Director Pierre Watch has openly acknowledged the team's struggles with the RB20, particularly issues related to aerodynamic correlation and balance. These challenges have been evident since the latter part of the 2024 season, where Red Bull's performance faltered, culminating in a surprising Constructors' Championship defeat to McLaren. Watch highlighted that the team did not anticipate such a significant performance gap, stating, "We expected the whole season to be like the end of the season, a big fight with the others." He further elaborated on the aerodynamic issues, noting, "There are multiple aspects to that story. The first one is the correlation, that the car had some different characteristics than what we expected in terms of aero." Team principal Christian Horner echoed these concerns, emphasizing the need for improvement. "We'll work very hard over the winter to improve on the weaknesses of our RB20. In contrast, McLaren has demonstrated significant progress, positioning themselves as strong contenders for the 2025 season. Their rapid development and improved performance have been evident throughout the 2024 season, culminating in a remarkable surge in the Constructors' Championship standings. The team's success can be attributed to strategic innovations and effective adaptation to the current regulations. For instance, McLaren modified their rear wing design after discussions with the FIA, showcasing their commitment to compliance and performance optimization. Red Bull's technical challenges, coupled with McLaren's ascendancy, suggest a more competitive landscape in 2025. The team's struggles with the RB20's balance and aerodynamic issues have raised concerns about their ability to maintain their previous dominance. Moreover, the departure of key personnel, including renowned aerodynamicist Adrian Newey, has further complicated Red Bull's prospects. Jos Verstappen, Max's father, expressed serious concerns about the team's future, stating, "I can't be optimistic. If Christian Horner stays, the team will implode." As the 2025 season approaches, Red Bull faces significant challenges that could impact their performance. The team's technical issues with the RB20, combined with McLaren's rising competitiveness, suggest a more balanced and unpredictable season ahead. Red Bull's ability to address their car's shortcomings and adapt to the evolving competitive landscape will be crucial in determining their success in the upcoming season. Today, we dive into a developing narrative that could shake up the 2025 Formula One season. Let's get into it. Jos Verstappen questions Red Bull's ability to deliver a competitive car in 2025 with the 2025 Formula One season fast approaching. Jos Verstappen, former F1 driver and father of four-time champion Max Verstappen, has voiced serious doubts about Red Bull's ability to produce a championship-winning car for his son. In an interview with F1 Insider, Jos expresses concerns, saying, "I still have some doubts about it. Red Bull needs to build a car that is more predictable in all conditions. If you look at the second half of 2024, you can't be optimistic. Red Bull simply failed to make the car consistently fast. So, why should that change this year?" The second half of the 2024 season saw a notable dip in Red Bull's performance, which coincided with Adrian Newey's departure to Aston Martin. Jos was candid about the impact of Newey's absence, stating, "As far as Newey is concerned, it's clear the car didn't improve after he left the team. The updates didn't work as expected. I've already spoken enough about why the team risks falling apart. Let's leave it at that. One thing is certain. Red Bull has a massive task ahead in 2025. Despite these challenges, Max Verstappen managed to clinch his fourth championship title with 2 races to spare, delivering a stellar performance at the São Paulo Grand Prix. Joss praised his son's efforts, highlighting how Max consistently performed at the highest level. He was incredible in 2023. But of course, 2024 was tougher because the car wasn't the best, and he always had to drive on the limit without making mistakes. He did that extremely well, always giving 100%. This year, it became more evident to everyone that Max makes the difference compared to other drivers. The 2025 season kicks off on March 16th with the Australian Grand Prix, but fans won't have to wait that long to gauge the team's strengths. Pre-season testing is scheduled for February 26th to 28th at the Bahrain International Circuit, offering an early glimpse of what to expect. What do you think? Can Red Bull overcome these challenges and give Max Verstappen a car capable of defending his title? Or will this be the year other teams finally break through? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on everything Formula One. World on Wheels, where the passion for racing meets the road. See you in the next video. Aston Martin is positioning itself as a strong contender for the Formula One World Championship in 2026, thanks to a combination of strategic factors, including FIA regulation changes, the recruitment of renowned talent, and the potential formation of an exceptional driver duo. The 2026 season will bring significant changes to Formula One's technical regulations, particularly regarding power units and aerodynamics. These changes aim to promote more competitive and balanced races, offering a unique opportunity for teams that can effectively interpret and implement the new rules. Aston Martin, recognizing this opportunity, has been heavily investing in infrastructure and human resources to capitalize on these changes. One of Aston Martin's most significant moves was hiring Adrian Newey, considered one of the most influential and successful designers in Formula One history. Newey, joining the team in March 2025, brings vast experience and a proven track record of success, particularly during regulatory transitions. His ability to innovate and adapt to new regulations will be crucial for developing a competitive car for 2026. Starting in 2026, Aston Martin will partner with Honda for power unit supply. Honda has a recent history of success in Formula One, having provided championship-winning engines to Red Bull Racing. This collaboration will give Aston Martin access to advanced technologies and top-level technical support, essential elements for competing at the top of the grid. Fernando Alonso, a 2-time world champion, remains a key part of Aston Martin's strategy. His experience, driving skills, and technical knowledge are invaluable for car development and team guidance. Alonso has shown continuous commitment to the team and has expressed confidence in Aston Martin's long-term project, especially with the changes scheduled for 2026. Potential addition of Max Verstappen rumors suggest that Max Verstappen, a multiple-time world champion, may consider a move to Aston Martin in 2026, particularly following Adrian Newey's departure from Red Bull. Although Verstappen is contracted with Red Bull until 2028, the prospect of working with Newey again and Aston Martin's ambitious project could influence his decision. A driver pairing of Alonso and Verstappen would be formidable, combining experience and youth into a highly competitive package. Aston Martin has made significant investments in its infrastructure, including building a new wind tunnel and expanding its facilities. Additionally, the team has undergone organizational restructuring, with Andy Cowell as CEO and team principal, and Enrico Cardile as technical director. These changes aim to strengthen the team's technical and operational capabilities, preparing it for future challenges. The combination of FIA regulation changes, Adrian Newey's expertise, the partnership with Honda, the presence of Fernando Alonso, and the potential arrival of Max Verstappen position Aston Martin as a strong contender for the World Championship in 2026. Continuous investments in infrastructure and team restructuring reinforce this position, indicating that Aston Martin is determined to turn its ambitions into reality on Formula One's grand stage. Aston Martin is undeniably on the verge of greatness in Formula One, and as an enthusiast of the sport, I can't help but root for them to achieve the pinnacle of success. The team's trajectory over the past few seasons has been nothing short of remarkable, and their vision for 2026 demonstrates not only ambition, but also a well-thought-out plan to disrupt the established hierarchy of the sport. One of the most compelling reasons to back Aston Martin is their strategic foresight in preparing for the 2026 regulatory changes. Formula One is a sport where timing and adaptability are everything, and Aston Martin's proactive approach to these changes sets them apart. The new power unit regulations and increased focus on sustainable energy create a level playing field, and Aston Martin's partnership with Honda ensures they'll have the technical prowess to compete with the best. Honda's track record speaks for itself, having powered Red Bull to multiple championships in recent years. Their collaboration with Aston Martin is a perfect match of ambition and expertise, creating a foundation for success. Another key factor that makes Aston Martin so exciting is the recruitment of Adrian Newey. It's rare to see such a seismic shift in personnel in Formula One, but Newey's move from Red Bull to Aston Martin is exactly that. Newey is a genius in car design, a name synonymous with innovation and dominance. His involvement in Aston Martin's 2026 project is a game-changer. For years, Newey has been the mastermind behind championship-winning cars, and his expertise in interpreting and exploiting new regulations is unmatched. With Newey at the helm of their technical development, Aston Martin is positioned to field a car that not only meets the demands of the new era, but also sets new benchmarks for performance. Beyond the technical side, Aston Martin's driver lineup is shaping up to be one of the most compelling in the sport. Fernando Alonso's presence alone is reason enough to believe in this team. At 42, Alonso continues to defy expectations, delivering performances that showcase his unparalleled racercraft and hunger for victory. His vast experience and ability to extract the maximum from any car make him an invaluable asset, not just as a driver, but also as a mentor and motivator for the entire team. Adding to this, the possibility of Max Verstappen joining Aston Martin in 2026 is thrilling. Verstappen, already a multiple-time world champion, would bring a level of aggression and raw talent that perfectly complements Alonso's experience. A pairing of Alonso and Verstappen is a dream scenario, a blend of wisdom and audacity, capable of pushing the team to unprecedented heights. While Verstappen's move is still speculative, the allure of working with Adrian Newey again and being part of a revolutionary project could make it a reality. What makes Aston Martin even more likable is their commitment to long-term growth and sustainability. The team has invested heavily in infrastructure, including a state-of-the-art wind tunnel and expanded facilities. These investments are not just about competing in the short term. They signal a commitment to becoming a perennial contender. The team's leadership under Andy Cowell and Enrico Cardile has been exemplary in creating a culture of excellence and innovation. From a fan's perspective, supporting Aston Martin feels like being part of an underdog story in the making. While they've made significant strides, they're still challenging giants like Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. Yet, it's precisely this challenge that makes their journey so compelling. Aston Martin's rise represents the spirit of Formula One, relentless ambition, ingenuity, and the pursuit of greatness against all odds. The 2026 season is shaping up to be a turning point for Formula One, and Aston Martin is poised to lead the charge into this new era. Their combination of technical expertise, strategic planning, and a potentially legendary driver lineup makes them the team to watch. As a supporter, it's impossible not to get excited about what lies ahead. They embody the hope that Formula One can remain unpredictable, where talent, innovation, and determination can still disrupt the status quo. So, as we look ahead, I find myself wholeheartedly backing Aston Martin. They've done everything right to prepare for the future, and they've built a team that not only dreams big, but also has the tools to achieve those dreams. If 2026 is indeed the year that Aston Martin takes the championship, it won't just be a victory for the team. It will be a triumph for everyone who believes in the power of vision, resilience, and the enduring allure of Formula One. The Sauber team, which is preparing to become the official Audi team in 2026, is undergoing significant transformations in its structure and driver lineup for the 2025 season. One of the most notable additions is the young Brazilian driver Gabriel Bortolito, who will make his Formula One debut alongside the experienced Nico Hülkenberg. Under the leadership of Mattia Binotto, former Ferrari team principal, the team aims to revitalize its performance and establish a solid foundation for the future. Gabriel Bortolito, 20, has stood out in the junior categories, culminating in winning the 2024 Formula 2 championship. His rapid rise and consistent performances caught the attention of several Formula One teams, leading to his signing with Sauber for the 2025 season. Bortolito's arrival marks the return of a Brazilian driver to the Formula One grid, reigniting the passion of Brazilian fans for the sport. His blend of raw talent, determination, and maturity beyond his years suggests significant potential to positively impact the team and the championship. Since joining Sauber in August 2024 as operations and technical director, Mattia Binotto has been instrumental in restructuring the team. His experience at Ferrari and deep technical knowledge are valuable assets in preparing Sauber for its transition to Audi in 2026. Binotto has emphasized the need to develop a winning mentality within the team, indicating that cultural and structural changes are essential for achieving long-term success. His strategic approach aims not only to improve immediate performance, but also to establish a strong foundation for Audi's future era in Formula One. With the combination of Bortolito's youth and Hülkenberg's experience, Sauber hopes to balance innovation and stability. The 2025 season will be crucial for assessing Bortolito's potential and adaptation to the elite motorsport category. While it will be his rookie season, there are expectations that he can contribute significantly to the car's development and secure valuable points for the team. Binotto's leadership will be tested as he implements structural changes and prepares for the Audi transition. His ability to integrate new talent, such as Bortolito, and optimize the team's resources will be pivotal for future success. Bortolito's adaptation to Formula One will not be without challenges. The technical complexity of the cars, the intensity of the competition, and constant pressure will require a steep learning curve. However, his trajectory in junior categories demonstrates an ability to adapt and grow continuously. For Sauber, the 2025 season represents an opportunity to redefine its identity and demonstrate progress before the transition to Audi. The team's performance will be closely watched, and positive results could attract additional investments and talent, further strengthening the organization. The partnership between Bortolito and Sauber could mark the beginning of a promising era for both parties. For the Brazilian driver, it is an opportunity to solidify his position in Formula One and potentially become a central figure in Audi's future team. For Sauber, integrating a young talent with growth potential offers the chance to build a cohesive and competitive team for the coming years. Binotto's leadership will be crucial in guiding Bortolito and maximizing the team's potential. His experience and strategic vision will be essential to navigating challenges and capitalizing on opportunities that arise during the season. Gabriel Bortolito's entry into Sauber under Mattia Binotto's leadership signals a phase of renewal and ambition for the team. Expectations are high, and performance in the 2025 season will be critical for the future of both. Brazilian fans have reasons to be excited about the return of a compatriot to Formula One, and the motorsport world will be closely watching the development of this promising partnership. A Sauber team is on the verge of a significant transformation as it prepares to become the official Audi team in 2026. The Swiss-based team, traditionally known for its role as an engine supplier and a semi-independent constructor, is now laying the foundation for what many expect to be an exciting future. With the arrival of a new driver lineup for 2025, the team is positioning itself for a fresh start under the leadership of Mattia Binotto, who took over as the operations and technical director in 2024. The integration of young Brazilian driver Gabriel Bortolito, along with the experienced Nico Hülkenberg, signals a new direction for the team, particularly as they gear up for their long-term commitment to Audi. This transformation is critical, as Sauber enters a new era with the aim of becoming a competitive force in the Formula One grid under the Audi name. However, the road ahead is filled with challenges, both on and off the track. Gabriel Bortoleto. Brazil's hope for Formula One glory, the arrival of Gabriel Bortoleto represents more than just a typical driver signing. It marks the return of a Brazilian talent to the Formula One grid after several years of absence. For Brazilian fans, the prospect of a new driver competing at the highest level is a significant moment. Brazil has a storied history in Formula One, with legendary drivers like Ayrton Senna and Nelson Piquet. However, in recent years, the country has not seen a significant breakthrough from new talents. Bortoleto's entry into the F1 world, after winning the Formula 2 championship in 2024, brings a sense of optimism to a nation that has long yearned for another hero in the sport. Bortoleto's rise through the junior categories was not just a flash in the pan. He demonstrated consistent talent and maturity in his performances. His victory in Formula 2 was a culmination of years of hard work and dedication, and now he faces the task of proving himself in the highly competitive and technical world of Formula One. While it is always challenging for a rookie driver to adapt to the demands of F1, Bortoleto has the potential to make a significant impact in his first season. His signing by Sauber is strategic in many ways. The team is known for nurturing young talent, and Bortoleto's signing could signal a commitment to long-term growth. The young Brazilian is expected to help the team develop its car and provide valuable feedback as they prepare for the Audi era. His partnership with Hulkenberg, a veteran who has vast experience in Formula One, could also prove to be beneficial. Hulkenberg's experience and Bortoleto's raw talent should create a balanced lineup, with both drivers contributing to the development of the car and the team's overall strategy. Mattia Binotto. A new era for Sauber. Mattia Binotto's appointment to Sauber as the operations and technical director has raised eyebrows in the motorsport world. Binotto's time at Ferrari was filled with highs and lows, but his technical expertise and knowledge of Formula One are undeniable. Binotto's background as an engineer, along with his leadership experience at Ferrari, means that Sauber will benefit from his ability to develop cars and work with technical teams to create competitive packages. Binotto's arrival at Sauber is particularly important because of the team's transition to Audi. While the official switch to Audi will not happen until 2026, much of the groundwork must be laid in advance. This includes changes in the car's design philosophy, adapting to Audi's technical standards, and building the infrastructure needed to support Audi's ambitions in Formula One. Under Binotto's leadership, Sauber has already started making these preparations, and his influence will be crucial in setting the team up for future success. In addition to technical improvements, Binotto will also need to guide the team through a cultural transformation. Sauber has traditionally been an independent team, but the move to Audi means that they will have the resources and backing of a major manufacturer. This change in status will require Sauber to adjust its approach to operations, team management, and long-term planning. Binotto's leadership will be critical in ensuring that the team embraces the changes necessary to thrive in this new era. The challenges ahead for Sauber, while there is much optimism surrounding Sauber's future, the challenges ahead cannot be overlooked. The transition to Audi is a monumental task, and the team must be careful not to fall behind other manufacturers who are also investing heavily in their F1 programs. Teams like Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull have established themselves as the top competitors in Formula One, and Sauber will need to close the performance gap if they are to have any hope of competing at the front. Bortoleto's adaptation to Formula One will be one of the key factors in the team's progress. As a rookie, he will need time to adjust to the complexities of the sport. The technical demands of Formula One cars are immense, and a driver needs to quickly learn how to extract maximum performance from the car while working with the team to improve it. While Bortoleto has shown impressive potential in junior categories, there is no guarantee that his transition to Formula One will be seamless. He will need to adjust to the intense pressure and the steep learning curve that comes with racing at the highest level. For Sauber, The biggest challenge may be keeping pace with the technical demands of Formula One. The team has shown promise in recent years, but they have not consistently been able to compete with the top teams. While the Audi partnership could provide significant resources and technical support, it will take time for the team to fully integrate these resources and translate them into on-track performance. The 2025 season will be a key year for Sauber as they continue to develop their car and prepare for the Audi era. The future of Sauber and the Audi revolution looking ahead. Sauber's future is intrinsically linked to Audi's entry into Formula One. Audi's involvement in the sport is a game changer, and the team will have access to unprecedented resources and technical expertise. Audi's experience in motorsport, particularly in endurance racing, will be a valuable asset to Sauber as they work to develop a competitive Formula One car. However, Audi's entry is not without its challenges. The manufacturer will need to quickly learn the intricacies of Formula One, and it will take time for the team to establish itself as a serious contender. Bortolito's role in this transformation is crucial. As a young and talented driver, he represents the future of the team. Sauber's decision to bring him on board signals a commitment to long-term development and growth. With the support of experienced drivers like Hülkenberg and the guidance of Binotto, Bortolito has the opportunity to develop into a key figure in Sauber's future success. In conclusion, Sauber's transition to Audi in 2026 is a significant moment in the team's history. While the team faces challenges in the coming seasons, the combination of young talent like Bortolito, experienced leadership from Binotto, and the backing of Audi provides a strong foundation for success. The 2025 season will be a critical year in determining how well the team can adapt to the demands of Formula One and set themselves up for a competitive future. The addition of Bortolito, along with the team's preparations for the Audi era, signals a promising future for Sauber, and fans around the world will be watching closely to see how the team performs in the years to come. Adrian Newey's departure from Red Bull Racing has sent ripples through the Formula One community, raising questions about the team's future and the potential impact on their star driver, Max Verstappen. Newey, renowned for his aerodynamic expertise, has been instrumental in Red Bull's success over the years. His move to Aston Martin in early 2025 has prompted speculation about Verstappen's future with Red Bull and the possibility of a switch to Aston Martin. Adrian Newey's departure and its impact on Red Bull. Adrian Newey's decision to leave Red Bull Racing in the first quarter of 2025 marks a significant shift in the team's technical leadership. Newey's designs have been pivotal in securing multiple constructors and drivers' championships for Red Bull. His departure raises concerns about the team's ability to maintain their competitive edge, especially given the technical challenges they have faced in recent seasons. Red Bull's technical director, Pierre Watch, has acknowledged the difficulties the team has encountered with the RB20 car, particularly issues related to aerodynamic correlation and balance. These challenges have been evident since the latter part of the 2024 season, where Red Bull's performance faltered, culminating in a surprising Constructors' Championship defeat to McLaren. Watch highlighted that the team did not anticipate such a significant performance gap, stating, "We expected the whole season to be like the end of the season, a big fight with the others." He further elaborated on the aerodynamic issues, noting, "There are multiple aspects to that story. The first one is a correlation, that the car had some different characteristics than what we expected in terms of aero." Max Verstappen's response to Newey's departure. Max Verstappen has addressed questions regarding Newey's departure and its potential impact on his future with Red Bull. He emphasized the strength of the team and expressed confidence in their ability to adapt and continue competing at a high level. Verstappen stated, "We have a really strong group around us, and I think we can pick up the baton." He also downplayed the immediate impact of Newey's exit on the current car's performance, suggesting that the team's struggles were not directly related to his departure. Verstappen remarked, "I don't think it has had any impact on the performance of the current car." Speculation about Verstappen's potential move to Aston Martin. Despite Verstappen's public statements, speculation persists about his potential move to Aston Martin, especially following Newey's transition to the team. Reports have suggested that Verstappen's management team is considering a move to Mercedes or Aston Martin in 2026, coinciding with a new era of Formula One regulations. This speculation is fueled by the prospect of Verstappen reuniting with Newey, whose designs have been instrumental in his previous successes. Aston Martin's team principal, Mike Crack, has addressed rumors about Verstappen's potential move, stating that the team is focused on their current drivers and performance. He emphasized that while Aston Martin is always interested in top talent, there are no ongoing discussions regarding Verstappen joining the team. Jos Verstappen's concerns and future speculations. Max Verstappen's father, Jos Verstappen, has expressed serious concerns about Red Bull's future following a difficult second half of the 2024 season. He criticized team principal Christian Horner, predicting the team might implode if Horner remains. Despite Max Verstappen winning his fourth world title, Red Bull's performance faltered, finishing the season as the third fastest team behind McLaren and Ferrari. Jos doubts Red Bull's ability to build a consistently competitive car for 2025, citing the significant departure of key personnel, including Newey, who left for Aston Martin. Speculation grows about Max's future, with Mercedes showing interest and Jos suggesting his son's tenure at Red Bull depends on the team's ability to stay competitive. While Max Verstappen has publicly downplayed the impact of Adrian Newey's departure on his future with Red Bull, the evolving dynamics within the team and the broader Formula One landscape suggest that change is on the horizon. The combination of Red Bull's technical challenges and Aston Martin's strategic moves could set the stage for a significant shift in driver lineups in the near future. As the 2025 season approaches, all eyes will be on how these developments unfold and what they mean for the careers of Max Verstappen and Adrian Newey. Max Verstappen has dominated Formula One since his first title win in 2021. By 2024, he had secured his fourth consecutive championship, cementing his place among the sport's greatest. But dominance doesn't come without scrutiny. Let's analyze Horner's speech and comment on this controversy involving the reigning world champion. The Dutch driver has been at the center of numerous controversies throughout his career. Critics often target his aggressive overtakes, controversial moves, and outspoken comments. In 2024, Verstappen faced penalties during key battles with Lando Norris, which only fueled the debates about his approach to racing. However, Verstappen has made it clear that he is unfazed by public opinion. As he put it, "I race my way. If people don't like it, that's their problem." Despite Verstappen's nonchalant attitude toward criticism, Red Bull's team principal, Christian Horner, sees things differently. In a recent interview, Horner described Verstappen as more sensitive than you think. According to Horner, Verstappen's aggressive driving style is not only a part of his DNA, but also a hallmark of great champions. "He's a driver who races aggressively," Horner stated. But Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, and Lewis Hamilton were the same. They were all under the same spotlight at different times in their careers. Horner has consistently defended Verstappen against his detractors. In his opinion, much of the criticism is unwarranted, and he sees Verstappen as a driver who has matured significantly over the years. He joined us as a teenager, a product of Red Bull's junior team. His talent was obvious, Horner explained. Helmut Marko recognized that when Max was still in Formula 3, and he came to us very quickly after that. The speed hasn't changed, but his experience, perspective, and maturity have grown tremendously. Horner further emphasized the journey Verstappen has undertaken since joining Toro Rosso in 2015 and Red Bull's main team in 2016. "It's been a pleasure watching him grow from a boy into a man," Horner added. Since stepping into F1, Verstappen has developed into a driver capable of dominating the sport, winning the Drivers' Championship 4 times consecutively since 2021. As the 2025 season approaches, the question on everyone's mind is whether Verstappen can continue his reign. Potential challengers like Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc are expected to step up their game, but Horner remains confident in Verstappen's ability to stay ahead. He's not just fast, he's smart, And that's what sets him apart, Horner said. Love him or hate him, Max Verstappen is undeniably a force to be reckoned with. As he gears up for another season, fans and critics alike will be watching to see if he can maintain his dominance, or if the tide will turn in favor of a new champion. In my opinion, it's very simple. If you're in Formula One and you want to be a champion, you need to do whatever it takes to get to the top. Being an aggressive driver should be a tactic of every driver who wants to gain points and win the championship. You're competing for the World Champion Award, not the Nobel Peace Prize. Racing is war. What do you think? Will Verstappen continue to reign supreme in 2025, or is it time for a new star to shine? Let us know. Toto Wolff, the team principal of Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team, has meticulously outlined a strategy to reclaim championship glory in the 2025 Formula One season. Central to this plan is George Russell, the British driver who has consistently demonstrated his potential to lead Mercedes into a new era. After Lewis Hamilton's departure to Ferrari for 2025, Russell has stepped into the spotlight as the team's de facto leader, and Toto Wolff's confidence in his abilities is unwavering. George Russell joined Mercedes full-time in 2022, and his rise has been nothing short of impressive. His maiden win at the Kimi is going to have a steep learning curve, but his talent is undeniable. We are committed to nurturing his potential and giving him the tools to succeed. The technical side of Mercedes' 2025 campaign is equally crucial. James Allison, Mercedes' technical director, has overseen the development of their new car, focusing on addressing the shortcomings of previous seasons. The team has invested heavily in refining the aerodynamic package, improving power unit efficiency, and optimizing balance to close the gap with rivals like Red Bull and Ferrari. Mercedes' engineering team has also taken into account lessons from the 2024 season, where their performance showed glimpses of promise, but fell short of championship contention. Wolff emphasized, "We've analyzed every detail and will leave no stone unturned to ensure our car is competitive from the first race." One of Wolff's key strategies for the 2025 season is to prepare for the new FIA regulations set to come into effect in 2026. The upcoming regulatory changes will reshape Formula One with a focus on sustainable fuels, revised aerodynamic guidelines, and increased emphasis on cost caps. While the immediate goal is to compete for the 2025 championship, Wolff is also laying the groundwork for Mercedes' long-term success in the new era. "It's a delicate balance," Wolff said, "but we must ensure we are competitive now while building a strong foundation. We thrive under pressure. This team has overcome challenges before, and we are ready to do it again," Wolff stated. Another critical aspect of Wolff's strategy is managing expectations for Antonelli. As a rookie, he will face immense pressure to perform, but Wolff has made it clear that the team's priority is his development rather than immediate results. Kimi's journey in Formula One will be a marathon, not a sprint. "We are here to support him and help him grow into a top-tier driver," Wolff explained. This long-term approach aligns with Mercedes' philosophy of fostering talent and building for sustained success. Wolff's leadership has been instrumental in Mercedes' dominance during the hybrid era, and his ability to adapt to changing circumstances remains a cornerstone of the team's success. His strategic vision, combined with the expertise of the technical team and the talent of the drivers, positions Mercedes as strong contenders for the 2025 season. While challenges lie ahead, the team's determination to reclaim the championship is evident in every aspect of their preparation. As the 2025 Formula One season approaches, the excitement surrounding Mercedes is palpable. George Russell's opportunity to lead the team, Andrea Kimi Antonelli's debut, and the promise of a highly competitive car make for a compelling narrative. Toto Wolff's plan it was a statement of intent. Over the past seasons, he has grown into a leader, and with Lewis Hamilton's departure to Ferrari, it's finally his time to shine. Russell has all the tools to lead this team. The technical insight, the racercraft, and the mental toughness required to contend for a championship. What excites me even more is the arrival of Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Sure, He's young and inexperienced, but that's part of what makes this so thrilling. Seeing a rookie come into the sport with raw talent and untapped potential is a rare treat, and Mercedes has a strong history of nurturing young drivers into world-class competitors. Antonelli's record in the junior category speaks for itself, and under Toto Wolff's guidance, he has every opportunity to flourish. It may take time for him to find his footing, but I believe we'll see flashes of brilliance from him even in his debut season. Then there's the car. After what we've seen in the past few years, it's clear that Mercedes has learned from their struggles. The technical team, led by James Allison, has been working tirelessly to address the weaknesses of previous cars. Aerodynamics, balance, power unit efficiency, you name it, they're refining it. The W16 development has been a top priority, and the team has been clear about their commitment to closing the gap with Red Bull and Ferrari. We've seen glimpses of what's possible in the organization. I also think the team's focus on long-term development is key. While the immediate goal is to contend for the 2025 championship, Mercedes is also looking ahead to 2026 and the new regulations. Balancing these priorities isn't easy, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Mercedes. The groundwork they're laying now will ensure they remain competitive for years to come. As a fan, I can't wait to see how the season unfolds. The combination of George Russell's leadership, Andrea Kimi Antonelli's potential, and the team's technical expertise has me more optimistic than I've been in years. This is a team that knows how to win, and I believe we're about to witness something truly special. Whether it's Russell standing on the top step of the podium, Antonelli surprising us with an incredible drive, or the team outmaneuvering their rivals with brilliant strategy, 2025 promises to be a season to remember. So here's to the Silver Arrows, to the team that never gives up, that never stops innovating, and that always strives for excellence. The journey back to the top won't be easy, but that's what makes it so exciting. As a Mercedes fan, I'm ready for the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Bring on 2025, we're ready.